my first house, we had no TV or music or anything. We had nothing. You know what I mean? It was just like an empty fucking room box.
Yeah.
And we would sit in there, and yeah, that was like one of the main activities is like figuring things to melt that you could like have different reactions with, and you'd be just doing like, because we had for some reason mushrooms, you know. So we'd be like, just be doing
hallucinogenics were just like, you might as well just assume you have them at that time.
Oh, and back then in Louisiana, people would go out. So the natives there that I knew, they'd be like, I'm going to go out to Houma, bro. I'm going to bring back fucking garbage, blah, blah, blah. And they would come back with literally like Santa Claus or those fucking, when they delivered the letters in Miracle on 34th Street. Yeah. Because it's like, all these mushrooms are addressed to you. And I would go to my buddy Kenny's house, I remember, and just get a fucking grocery bag of mushrooms if I wanted. It's like, and he'd be like, yeah, just take them. I don't care. He had fucking garbage bags.
That's kind of how good dank weed was for us for a while. After a while, just like, just take a big fucking, like a nug, you know, like a hand-sized nug. You're just like, yeah, dude.
He was like, shit, this is garbage. I don't care.
It's only the finest weed anyone could get anywhere right now. You know what I mean?
But in Louisiana, they would go out and pick them where they grow naturally. So they would just go out to like cow pastures and shit and whatever. And, they would just grow everywhere and just fill fucking bag after bag after bag.
Well, it's a shame you guys didn't know about Zoom Zooms, because you would have fucking hours and hours of light show fantastery.
So you're talking about you would twist up like a plastic,
like a jewel bag. You take a jewel bag, you just keep twisting it until
so when
it gets
the water,
like tight.
Like the burning plastic like hits the water and has like a violent reaction kind of thing?
No, so the drips are all flaming, but it's like a blue flame. So as they drip off of the bag, as they go down to the water, they like flutter. They go, they like make this laser sound.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then when it hits the water, it goes,
I've seen burning plastic.
It goes like that. So you have like that going on at the bottom, and then these like constant rain of like just like falling from the ceiling. It looks. I'll do it later. I'll post it actually. I'll do one outside when we finish this. Zoom Zooms.
You called it Zoom Zooms. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We never did that one, but
it's pretty cool.
I do remember like melting a lot of different shit. You know.
Oh yeah.
And another thing that we started doing when we were like 18, 19 and broke, just as some kind of fucking just whatever activity.
Of course.
We would get a bunch of candles somehow and like melt them together into like a cigarette cellophane and make our own new candles.
Yeah, why was that a thing?
But this is like how long you would be hanging out for.
Yeah.
You would melt like 7 candles into a thing of like all different colors and then like form it into a shape, whatever you try to do, you know.
Yeah, we did candle shit at one point just because there were so many candles around. Because for some reason people used to think there was like an urban legend that like burning candles kind of like got rid of smoke or something like this. Like masked something. I don't know. It was like something like it.
Nah, I think you got that backwards. That's not right.
I thought that was like a thing.
Gets rid of smoke.
Yeah, I mean it makes smoke too, but I forgot what the actual fucking assertion was. But it was obviously false. Anyways, you're just 18-year-old kids, and you're just like, yeah, it must work. I don't know.
Generally because back then somebody could convince you. You're like,
because you're a
ready
fucking idiot.
to like turn the world on its end.
Yeah.
And you're like, somebody's like, did you know fire actually takes smoke away? And you're like, no way, really? Is that true?
Now Jeremy Virgin just said, wish this was on every night, and sent us 50 stars. I don't know what that is, but plus the sound of them drips. Oh man. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about with the fucking zoom zooms. You probably saw me do it back in the day, actually, Jeremy. But what is this sent 50 stars? And if everyone can do it, why am I not getting constant stars? That's what my initial question is.
Are those money? Is that money?
Well, it's some sort of social currency, I believe. And we should have a lot of it. I don't know why.
Call China. We're on the way up.
Yeah. Now we have 1 share and 111 comments and 1 share. So that was weird. Yeah. Jeremy says, dude, Tom, remember when that nickel got stuck to your chest? Oh yeah. How did that happen? Holy shit.
You should have started a band. You should have started a band called Nickel Front.
Dime Front. Quarter front. Dude, you know one thing with those Zoom Zooms, though? They would fucking burn the shit out of your hands if you weren't careful. because you get one of those burning plastic drops onto your fucking top of your hand, and it would just melt into your skin, and you'd have to like peel it out over 2 days. It sucked.
Yeah.
It fucking
dude. You know what I did
sucked.
one time? One of the first times all of my friends were on mushrooms, right? And I look back to this, dude. I don't know how many like local people must have looked over in the park that day and been like, "What in the fuck is going on?" Because there's like 15 of us. Yeah. Everybody does mushrooms, and we start like running around like airplanes. People are rolling around on the ground. Everybody laughing uncontrollably. We're 16. We're children, you know, and everybody's on a fucking super potent psychedelic. And back then, dude, we had gotten these crazy mushrooms, you know, and everybody's out of their fucking minds. And we had sparklers. So at one point, we lit up sparklers, and just because I knew what would happen, I knew it would burn me, right?
Oh,
but it was a joke in my mind because I'm tripping that much. I was like, this will be hilarious. So I walk up to like a circle of like 7 or 8 people, whatever, and I go, "Hey guys, this sparkler's pretty cool, but I think I'm going to save mine for later." And I stuck it in my pocket, thinking that I might have a second or two of that.
No.
But,
dude, those things, that's like a fucking welding torch.
That thing's like fucking 1800.
Yeah, I burnt the fuck out of myself with a sparkler. Yeah, those things burn you, dude.
Dude, I stuck it in my pocket. I'm telling you, the pain was instantaneous and overwhelming. It was just like boom. But then it was such a bad burn.
Oh yeah,
the pain was gone almost immediately because it went just like all the way down to the blood, whatever that part is, you know. And
you so burnt your
like,
veins.
Everything was gone, dude. It was like a hole in my fucking leg, and I pulled it out. And I kept those pants. I wish I still had them. I should have like cut that pocket out because it was always. I wore those pants for. Remember how you used to wear pants for years?
You know? I used to.
So yeah, right. We're past that now, right?
All my things are one and done.
Yeah, but no. So that was like a legendary thing that everybody was like, "You idiot! Why did you do that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, I did it because I care about the comedy. That's why I fucking did it because I didn't
sacrifice."
I knew it would be bad, but I didn't realize how bad.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
hindsight, you would not have done it, but you did it knowing you would be somewhat compromised. But then once it happened, you were like, "Oh, I would have never done this." Had I known what was going to happen, I would not have done this. So definitely Jeremy is thinking. I remember. So we got a bunch of shrooms, and I was older than all these guys. These guys were like around my brother Luke's age and between us, you know. Anyways, we get a bunch of shrooms, and we all start, you know, eating fucking shrooms, and we're just hanging out in my driveway. I had a house up in Wisconsin. I rented a house. Actually, I didn't even rent it. I just left it when my mom got married, and then I just never paid anything, and I just destroyed it for like a year.
Yeah. Here's
and they just couldn't do anything.
No thanks.
Yeah. I'm good. But yeah, so we're all just fucking standing around I had a red S10 at the time, and we're all just standing around this thing. And we ended up going to
by the way, just to point out another, like, there's all these weird similarities between me and Tom. I'm talking to the viewer now.
Yes.
But I had a black and red S10 when I was young. Mm-hmm. There's all these just weird correlations. But go ahead. Anyways, just
so we were standing all around that. We decided to go down to this kid Solomon's house that was with us. And there's probably fucking 10, 12 people here. All fucking, you know, ranging between like 16 and 20 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Felonies apiece, you mean?
And so we all end up going down there. And this dude, that's what Jeremy's... that's what he's talking about. At one point, we were jumping on a trampoline. This dude Solomon had a trampoline. And at one point, he throws a fucking nickel across the thing at me, like, and it just fucking sticks right in the center of my chest and just stays there. Yeah. Because shit like that happens when you're tripping, and everyone's just like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, like, fucking. And then we were like, I convinced everyone that I was magnetic or something, or some shit. I don't know.
Of course, you're like, "No, this is."
Yeah, I did this.
You have to believe it yourself at the time. You're like,
"Holy fuck, maybe I did do this."
I do this actually.
You never know when that's going to happen. It just, it does happen though.
I can kind of control it sometimes. You know, like, dude, it is weird how you see the weirdest shit when you're tripping.
Oh, it's
One of the first time I ever did acid, right? My buddy this is such a classic thing now, and it seemed not remarkable at the time, but you look back, My buddy's got like a 1985 Thunderbird convertible.
Yeah.
And we're like 4 16-year-olds that do like 2 hits of really strong acid each.
Ooh.
First time doing acid, right? We go to that same fucking park I was just talking about.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there talking about how like now the rain was coming and there was like a big storm rolling in, and we're looking over like the valley, or not like a valley, but you can kind of see down a hill and shit. And it's like you know, the storm coming in, and we're like, dude, I think we made the storm come, you know? Like, I think we fucking did this just because we did this acid, and, like, we're crazy now and shit, and everything's going...
Dude, we're, like, totally in tune with reality.
Meanwhile, there's these fucking guys losing their minds because, you know, we all sold weed then.
Yeah.
And we're probably the only people around these guys. So these guys are calling us for weed. And my one buddy has a cell phone, and we keep telling him, yeah, man, we'll head over there. And it's like fucking 3 hours later. We're like, it's like, I remember my friend Jimmy telling him on the phone, like, I'm trying, man. I'm just fucking tripping. I just keep forgetting, dude. Like, so eventually now we're in the fucking 85 Thunderbird. And, you know, with the top down, and we're just cruising over to the spot, which is like, you know, 4 or 5 miles away. It's not even that close, you know. And so we're trying to get there, and we kept pulling. Somebody would drive for a minute, and then go be like, all right, I can't pull over.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody else
no,
would
it's,
get it and
driving
around,
is
dude.
not a good idea on acid, man. We used to do it, but
bad.
it's a fucking horrible idea. It's not.
Anyways...
You're driving on people's lawns. You don't know how to control the car. It's fucking insanity, dude. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's terrible. Yeah, you can't. You have no idea. Am I going 1 mile an hour?
Yeah,
or
50.
1,000?
It doesn't.
I don't know.
You're
Like,
trying to pull into a driveway to turn around or something. You just go straight onto the lawn, so you have no fucking idea what's happening. This has happened many times.
The whole time you're obsessed with the idea of like what looks normal, and that's not normal. So when you're thinking like be normal, you'll never look normal.
No,
like,
no.
Acid or not.
Yeah, dude.
But so then
on.
wait, hold on. So I'll just get to the point.
Yeah.
Is that we end up finally meeting up with the guys, and we're standing around in this they were building a new subdivision, which is now like a hilarious. It's like a city, you know. But I saw it when it was just like a swamp, and they were building it, and we're standing around, and there was frogs and turtles and you know, back then. And so my buddy's telling a story, and in the story he goes like, like back, you know, he's like, so I was like, whoa, and he starts backing up, and I watched, and I couldn't fucking vocalize what I was seeing, but a frog was jumping out of a bush right behind him, towards him, and as he stepped back, I was like, he's gonna step on the frog, but I couldn't figure out how to say it.
Yeah.
And the frog saw it coming, the foot coming down, so the frog tried to like jump straight up, right? And his foot came down exactly on top of the frog while it was exactly perpendicular to the Earth's surface.
Yes.
And so he goes, oh shit, and I go, the frog, and he goes, shit, and he like jumps off of it, and we look, I swear to God, dude, the frog's face was on top, and its body was like squished, and its legs and arms were out to the side, like a fucking cartoon, dude. I swear to God, and its face was on top. And
dude.
here's the really weird part, because that was unbelievable, and there was like 6 of us standing there like, what? Like nobody could believe it, and then it goes like this, like a fucking accordion, sproing, and fucking hops away, and it was fine.
What?
Yeah. That was the weirdest fucking shit, dude. And that could only happen when like
that's tripping. That's tripping.
It was so fucking bizarre. But these are things like you're not tripping. Is like not like you're not just making that up.
No,
you know,
you're
like,
in a different place.
Not happen.
Dude. Yeah,
it's just
there's some convergence. I swear to God, there's like a convergence of realities where certain shit just becomes possible. Dude, that day, so we're all jumping on the trampoline. That fucking nickel sticks to my chest. Whatever. We're all having a good time. Palling around on mushrooms. So there was this one dude. It was all our buddy's fucking sister's boyfriend that nobody had ever met before but him. And so he brings them around, and you know, when you're that age, you're just like, who's the fucking new guy? You know what I mean? You're like
I forgot I had this thing on.
You're like a fucking, you know, like a aggressive group, and just, you know. So anyways, he's already sort of like trying to, but he was a cool dude. His name was Shannon. Like he seemed like he was from San Diego. He was like a fucking ripped ass dude. Looked like a surfer, but he was a BMXer. Anyways, so this dude's like, and I was actually annoyed by this guy because he was stealing some of my.
Sorry, you couldn't have better described San Diego. Looks like a surfer, but is a BMX.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what they look like.
That's the look. You know what it is. So anyways, so we go over, and now we're on this trampoline, and he's been, sort of trying to fucking showboat a little bit all day, and I'm fucking annoyed a little bit, whatever. But he's doing his thing. Let him go.
Tom, that's not like you.
Well, it was. Then
to be jealous of the spotlight.
And I was becoming more... No, but I was tripping, so it was just like, I don't give a fuck. It wasn't like I was drinking.
Yeah.
But anyways, at one point, he fucking goes to do this big back layover, right? And he fucking jumps on the trampoline. He goes, boom. He goes fucking super high and, like, lays himself back to do, like, a full back flip layover with your, like, when your legs are still straight kind of thing. And he totally misjudges and goes like a McTwist and bashes his fucking face on the pipe framing of the trampoline from high up, dude. It was an impact, dude. He was like slightly knocked out for a second, but he's on fucking shrooms for the first time ever. And he just bashes his face coming out of the air, dude. And he just stood up and he was just all red and he's just like dazed for a minute. And then he just jumps off the trampoline. He's like, I'm going home. And he just grabbed his fucking BMX and just took off. And we were all like, oh, shit, dude. Fucking Shannon just smashed his face in. Yeah, it was brutal.
Yeah.
He was bleeding. It was fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the type of, like, sort of serendipitous, mystical sort of experience I was thinking of.
Well, it was something out of the ordinary. Yeah, I guess that's just a fucking pure...
my idea of mysticism is to smash a frog straight up and down.
Yeah.
That's like as mysterious as it gets.
I would say so. All right, all this reminiscing.
So I always tried to wonder, like, is it just the way that you perceive it? In fact, while you're tripping, that makes these things seem so crazy. It doesn't seem like that because I've never seen anything like that otherwise. And there's a bunch of examples of this where it's just like weird fucking shit happens when you're like attracting that kind of energy or something.
Say again?
No, I'm just saying. Like
I was reading comments. I'm all baked.
Sorry. Okay. Jesus Christ. Never mind. I think you just actually answered my question inadvertently. Yes.
No.
Drugs,
do I think?
Yes. Drugs affect.
Yeah. Do I think that it's just the fact that you're in the state of mind that you're in when you're tripping that it makes everything seem like it's mystical or connected or something?
No, but there's a lot of these like weird. One time I was like tripping balls at this like forest preserve, and this guy pulls up, and it was kind of like raining, and I'm like I was with like 2 or 3 people, and we're standing there like getting ready to like get out of there and shit, and like about to get in the car and stuff, and it starts to rain and stuff, and this fucking weird dude pulls up, and this is like nothing like this has ever happened. This dude was serial killer central. He was like maybe 30-ish, kind of like pale, weird, with like dark hair and kind of just grimy looking,
Yeah.
He was in kind of like a nondescript car. He looked nondescript. He's even hard to describe, which I believe is part of the definition.
All right.
So he he pulls up and goes like, "Hey, what's going on back here?" or something. And like,
he's a cop.
And dude, everybody. Well, that's what I thought at first too, but. And I still think, but it would have been the weirdest cop thing to do. I don't know, because he goes, "What's going on?" and stuff, and we're like, "Nothing." He's like, "Is there like a lot of hiking trails out here?" We're like, "Yeah, man,
I guess so.
For big forest preserve and shit. There's all kinds of shit." He's like, says a couple other like just weird NPC type of things, and then goes, "Yeah, I bet this is a great place to smoke some dope, huh?" And I was like,
he's a cop.
Dude, no, I'm telling, but this was only like a couple of years ago or something, 2 or 3, 4 years ago or something. I can't remember time.
Okay.
But like, but yeah, it was not that long ago. And I'm like, what, and he said a couple other things like, yeah, but bet the dope heads love this spot or something. All creepy. And
yes, we do. You're tripping?
Situation, dude. No, what it seemed like to me was he was about to pull a fucking like Son of Sam, and just like shoot us all or something. That's what I thought he was a fucking crazy serial killer. And so
maybe
shit like that. I'm like, that has never happened to me in normal times.
Yeah, no, okay, here's a spot when we were all tripping, and then this dude just comes out of nowhere, this car. We're at my buddy Sam's house, and we're like all hacky-sacking over a bench.
Sorry, just to end that thing, the way it ended is he kind of just kept like grinning and asking questions, all creepy, and we finally went like, yeah, it was one of those, there couldn't be an end to the conversation, so we have to go, it's raining, goodbye. We get in the car. And he kept looking at us as we got in the car, and then like did a slow U-turn and drove away. We're like, oh my god!
Oh, that's fucking.
And when you're like peaking too, you know.
Yeah. No, that's
Anyways,
yeah.
Go on.
So I have a somewhat corresponding story, but yeah, we were all tripping. We're in the courtyard of the apartment complex where my buddy Sam lived. And we used to play hacky sack over this bench, like a sitting bench. You know what I mean? It was like we'd use kind of like a volleyball thing, and we concocted this game, and we're doing that, and we're all fucking tripping. And some fucking car pulls up out of nowhere, just pulls up all speedy, and not the driver, but the passenger like gets out, and he's just all fucking like, "Yeah, what's up, motherfucker?" You know, like freaking out. We're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, of course it happens then.
Yeah, and we're all like, wait, what the fuck do we do? You know what I mean? And eventually somebody was like, the fuck out of here, you know, like remembered that, oh yeah, we have to like tell this guy to fuck off. But yeah, that was like...
yeah, you have to figure it out for a minute. Like,
yeah, like, wait a minute. Yeah, what is this? Oh yeah, fuck, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, there's 6 of us, you idiot.
Oh yeah, I know. Fuck you.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is, so we seem to be attracting odd situations, but both of ours are different. Mine are more aggressive, and yours are more psychopathic.
Yeah, and bizarre.
Yeah, bizarre.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Another time in that same forest preserve, now this was, we were just getting really stoned, but it was almost like, because we were like 15 or 16, you know, and we're in that same forest preserve where we're like way out, like off path, like in this like weird area that nobody goes to, sitting on a log. So when you're a kid stoned, you know,
yeah,
this fucking guy who is probably like 25 or 30 or whatever, just comes mountain biking through, like off-roading, and he probably saw us from far away and decided to fuck with us, and he just comes riding up to us in the middle of the woods, stops like a skid.
Ooh.
Like, you know, like those fucking like cool bike cops on that TV show from a while ago. But he stops like a skid, lowers his sunglasses and goes, "Are you guys blitzed?" And we went, "Yup." And he's like, "That's cool, man," and puts his shades back on and fucking rides away. And that was the entire thing. And we like had to
still talk about
between
it.
The 3 of us. Oh, well, of course, yeah. We talked about. I just talked. My friend Paul was with me. I just talked to him about it like 4 days ago. And like,
I've said this before, man. I used to do that to people.
Yeah,
dude. How about this? How about, so I didn't know this, but like my buddy's brother, who was just a complete drug dealer, whatever. Back in the day, he got a bunch of people into this whole operation, whatever. This whole thing. But he used to have this big black Bronco. It was my buddy's older brother. He was like the fucking crazy, badass lunatic guy. And it turned out, I didn't know this, but he had a story that when he was, he would tell that when he was in Wisconsin, he, like, just for the fuck of it, saw a group of kids walking around. Like, he was in, like, rural Wisconsin. He had this thing, and he just, like, turned on his lights as they were walking towards us, you know, and they were like, huh? And he just started revving his engine, and then he just chased these kids around the town, like, through fucking parking lots and over fucking grass and shit like that, and he just fucked with these kids, right? Yeah. Years later, I'm fucking up there, and either my brother Luke or somebody starts telling this story, but from the other side. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? I'm like, no fucking way. So then I ask him if this is where he would go, is Westfield. And he's like, yeah, that's one of the places. And it was my fucking brother and his friends, dude.
You used to just chase people around?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was a fucking strange
Dude, I remember
oddity.
You wanted... There was a time where you kind of wanted entertainment. You didn't really want anything to happen, but you wanted it to be a little risky and real. Like, I remember we used to fucking, probably before everyone had a cell phone or whatever, we would follow people. We would just, like, pick somebody to follow. And the whole idea was you wanted them to fucking flip the fuck out at some point. Just so you could laugh and then drive away. And, like, and then
in a car. Yeah. I used to follow people.
Yeah, you would just follow people until they would, and eventually
I would peek at them. I'd look all suspicious. I'd do all kinds of stupid shit.
No, people all the time. Like one time, a guy, I remember we followed him, like, and he drove all the way down like this back road and shit, like down like this gravel old, like a dead end thing, to get out in the middle of nowhere. And he gets out of his car, and we're just watching, and he takes a big like a golf club out of his trunk and starts fucking like smacking the ground and walking towards us, and we're like, this is fucking awesome.
This is exactly what we needed.
Yeah, no intention of doing anything or even giving a fuck. We just wanted to see somebody freak the fuck out, and we would, and oh dude, I remember one time throwing a penny at a limo driver. That thing went out of control. This guy like chased us down and like blocked us on a busy street, and a limo is long. That's what you don't consider. A limo can block the whole street. So he got in front of us and like completely blocked us, and got out and like was I forget what he had, like some kind of billy club or something, and started running at the car, and we're like throw it in reverse, like trying to get out of there, and just barely fucking escaped and stuff, and like reversed around the corner and took off.
That's hilarious, dude. We did that to somebody, but from the other side of it. This dude was in like a fucking minivan or some sort of, and we were like going from one bar to late night bar, and we're all fucking drunk. It was me and my buddy Chuck and some other people, whatever. And then, this dude was like fucking with us at the lights or whatever. And we were like, what the fuck? And so then we followed him, and then he tried getting away from us, and he like turned on this one thing, but Chuck like sped past him and got in front of him on the street, like a block, like flew past him. And then like we just cut off the fucking road. And then now he's just facing us with his lights on, like looking at us from down the block. And we're like, cutting off the fucking thing. We all start getting out. And then he just fucking flies backwards and just takes off, dude. I don't know. They were just like, no, dude. This is not.
Yeah, those were fun times, dude. When everybody was kids, and it's like, it's possible. Like, because imagine doing that now. I mean, even though me and you both get into some crazy situations still.
Yeah, a little bit.
Imagine doing it now, where it's like you're just like wild around the town, just like ready to fucking for whatever. Like, well, I'm gonna fucking freak you out. I'm gonna follow you. But the possibility is there. This guy might beat the fuck out of me with a weapon or something, or whatever. It was exciting and fun.
Yeah. What else are you going to do? There was nothing to do.
There was nothing to do.
There was nothing to do.
Yeah. We look around, too.
My microphone.
Like,
go on.
Huh?
Nothing. Oh, wait. So, some of these comments. Luke said, that was us. Shit was scary as fuck. It was so crazy when I found out that was Sam's brother. And then Andrew said we used to follow people, and if they pulled in their driveway, we would pull in behind them and just turn around and drive the other way.
Yeah, man. I remember just doing a lot of creepy shit to people. You know what I mean? Just like
y'all creeps, bruh.
Yeah, until the Latin Kings started coming around, and they didn't like that. I remember one time, me and my friends just fucking around, and we're driving around the same like few blocks all the time, just fucking around all over the place. Oh yeah. And finally, this guy comes out and like had a gun and shit, and was like, and this is in Downers Grove, Illinois. You can look it up if you're from Germany or wherever you're listening from.
Yeah, Iceland, Liberia.
Yeah, so I mean, and that was like some of our early exposure to that. This guy's like, why you guys keep driving by the spot? My brother got shot the other day. I'm gonna fucking shoot you guys, whatever. And we're like,
excuse me,
sir, I don't understand this.
Why?
Like, what?
What are we talking about here?
Yeah,
did you not see my scarf? I've one of you.
No, it was funny because like that level of taking shit seriously was foreign to us, because we're like, dude, nobody's killing.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit. People would get mad. There'd be like stupid feuds. Yeah. Some little thing would pop off, and it would be
people would fight or whatever. But it's like we're not even thinking about killing each other. You know, like that's not even on the table, really. You know. And then I remember this, like he was probably like 22. We were probably like 16. And he came and like seriously fucking threatened us in like our own town, and we just have to be like, okay,
all right.
Like,
fine.
Yeah, I guess. What the fuck can we really do about
I'm not going to match that.
Like, yeah.
No, that was the problem. The people that I hung out with would. And then it would just get fucking... Things would get dumb. Now, why you got a guitar there?
Dude, this dude drove up. I don't remember what I was going to do, but trust me. It was just leaning. It's just a leaning thing. I'm going to try to fashion a scarf out of it.
I was going to say, you should have been like, guitar? No, this is the same scarf I've had the whole time.
Yeah. This thing keeps me warm.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
This machine kills fascists.
Oh, my God.
What do you think about that? Because that was written on, Woody Guthrie's guitar?
I don't know. Right? I don't know. But that's pretty stupid, whoever put that, because it doesn't.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look that up, and I'll get your opinion on it.
Now, I got to say, I do like this Radioville overlay here. I just keep looking at it the whole time I'm doing this.
Do you have it?
What?
I can't see the show, so.
Yeah. Anyways, we got like 2 minutes left, 3 minutes left. All right, folks. You look that up. I'm going to go do a zoom.
Yeah, Woody Guthrie.
Okay.
You never saw pictures of that? And he would on his guitar was written, "This machine kills fascists."
No.
Do you think it worked or no?
No. I do not.
No?
No. Now why don't you play us out there, Vin? What do you got? Some finger picking? What are you doing?
Okay, hold on.
Quick sippy sip. You've been doing the margarita thing a lot, huh?
No, it's Ecto Cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
You're a guitar god!
You're not that great, but you don't totally suck.
Either. So, wait. All right, man. I'm going to fucking go do a zoom. Whoever was in here with us, thanks. Just came on to hang out. So I will see you, and I will see all of you Wednesday.
We'll be doing the regularly Wednesday
scheduled program,
and we'll probably have some topics and some attempt at entertainment.
Yes.
I don't know what happened tonight.
Yeah, I don't know.
We feel like this after most episodes. We're like, why did we do this again? Why again we did this?
Yeah.
Do
we not learn?
Just leave well enough alone, you know, and just leave sleeping dogs lie. You know,
yeah.
Like this is
don't poke
over
some
and
sort
over.
of bear.
We have to prove to ourselves that we're incapable. Why? We just can't.
You know, it's almost that at this point I just like looking at myself on. This is now a ritual.
Yeah, my friend, my old pal John Black, R.I.P. He used to say he would watch me like edit music videos of myself and stuff, and I was like making all kinds of shit, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like, God, why did I not like go into like a hobby or profession or endeavor of some kind that just involves looking at myself all the time? That looks really fun. I mean, like, unironically was like, I want to fucking look at myself for 10 hours at a time. I'm like, yeah, it is pretty great.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's, I mean,
all right.
I've had worse days. I've had to look at your bum.
Wednesday's off, folks.
You bum.
All right, guys, we're out of here. I'm so fucking high right now. Later.
Bye.